We are live. How is everybody doing this
What's
fine day?
going on, everyone? How's everyone doing today? Woo! What a day. What a day. It's Tuesday. And this is the week that hopefully Trump's nominees get accepted into his cabinet to run stuff. Very important, like RFK Jr.
I hope so, man. This should be the eve before we make America healthy again. Like, 'twas the eve before making America healthy again.
If they block him, dude, I'm rioting. I'm straight up rioting. It's be a one-man riot show.
I think
I'm just rioting.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know, the thing is they're trying to block Tulsi too, and we'll talk about that. But the harder they fight against somebody, the more we need to understand that these are the people we want in government, because the government tries to keep out people who are against big government because it's dangerous for their jobs. That's their livelihood. Right. So the more they fight to keep someone out, the more we need to fight to get that person in, namely RFK and Tulsi. And for Tulsi to be accused of being a Russian agent is just, first of all, it's a slap in the face to the military who lets her actively serve in the military as a Russian agent. Have you ever thought how retarded that is? Here's a woman actively serving, and they're like, well, she's a Russian agent. I'm like, then why is she actively serving in the military? There's a problem there, because the one problem is, one, why the hell, if she is a Russian agent, is she in the military? Number two is, why is she not suing everyone for defamation for saying she's a Russian asset? She should have sued Hillary. She should have sued everybody, because that is the definition of libel. That is libel. That can be proven. Tulsi needs to lawyer up. She needs to get our boy, the Jew, Ron Coleman, and just go to not Ronnie Coleman, not buddy Ronnie Coleman, but Ron Coleman.
Buddy.
Yarmulke Coleman. We got to get his ass in there and just sue the shit out of everybody. I'm just, that one story is just eating at me like a fucking, like a parasite, just gnawing on my inners. She's literally the one person you don't accuse of being a Russian asset is the one who's in the military.
The fucked up thing is, if this woman wasn't a challenge to the establishment, like they'd love the fuck out of her. Like, if she would have just fallen in line with Hillary, they'd love the fuck out of her. In the military, good-looking woman, intelligent, well-spoken, great at debating. Like, she could have been the future of the Democratic Party, but they don't really care about the Democrats like as the people. They care about like the Democrats as like the fucking power of it, right? Exactly. So it'll be interesting. And I mean, the shit about with RFK, man, if I hear one more person be like, well, he only talks about conspiracy theories, and then when you say name them, they fucking can't. Like they simply fucking can't. And
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, it's just the whole thing, man. They just say things. They just say things, and they have no rhyme or reason or any proof, but they just keep saying it. Like, dude, Obama was talking about the Very Fine People hoax, which has been disproven. Even Snopes, a left-leaning fact-checking site, has said that is completely false. But they just keep saying it and saying it. He's a rapist. Trump's not a rapist. The judge said, well, it was a leftist judge who was slandering Trump who said that. But if you look at the rape case, the Jean Carroll case, like, dude, none of it even makes sense. The dress she said she was wearing wasn't invented yet. Like, everything doesn't make sense, but Democrats don't care. They could have something disproven, and they will just keep repeating it and repeating it and repeating it because their base is retarded. And they will believe anything they say. So for me, as a guy who I would say started pretty Democrat, a 90s Democrat, it's just profound how the Democrats have become the party of the elite retards. Oh, we have more education. That's because you stayed in school longer. Right? Yeah. We were busy going out there fucking paying for your student loan forgiveness, motherfucker. While you were in there getting your 10th year fucking degree, we were out there grinding and hustling and actually getting shit done. Y'all ain't done shit. Bernie Sanders didn't have a real job till he was 40 fucking years old.
Right.
These are the people. These are the Democrats. They are the furthest removed from actual Americans. But the people who vote Democrat are just willfully ignorant, and that's okay, because I was there before. It's okay. But guys, it's time to stop.
Mm-hmm.
To wake the fuck up and join Tulsi, join RFK, who, by the way, up until like a year ago, were Democrats. At one point, Tulsi was the future of the Democrat Party till she didn't fall in line with the elitist leaders of the Democrat Party. It's time for everyone to, don't become a Republican, don't care, but for you to actually believe everything that these demonic assholes say. It just shows that you're low IQ or you're just fucking ignorant.
So here's my debunking, and don't get me wrong, I do think that to a certain degree, college educations are very important. But here's my
I'm spending a lot on college educations right now. Okay,
literally why I just said that.
Thank you, because I was about to blow my brains out. You know, just I was considering committing some Japanese harakiri. You know what that is, right? It's literally falling on the sword. I don't want to do that. So let's pretend college matters, because I am working extra hard right now to afford college, right? Mm-hmm. And I have another 2.5 years of that expense. And hopefully Thomas gets most of his paid for by his wrestling skills, but geez.
So the thing I was going to say, like, just to why the people should be able to prove, because don't get me wrong, education is important, especially for a lot of people. Like, a lot of people aren't like me and you. Like, I have a college degree, but me and you can sit back and we educate ourselves every day. Like Mark and I's friendship is based off of like fucking health studies, I swear. But like, here's how you can debunk it, because like med school does not go over nutrition in 80% of the country.
Crazy.
You can't, like, to me, that just means they're not even qualified to treat metabolic disorder. Like, I mean, at all. Like, they go through all these years, end up $500,000 in debt, which then makes them a slave to the system, because they have to have that, they have to have their accreditation. Like, that's the thing. Like, we have to get past the stage of like, oh, well, they have a PhD, they must be smart. A person that has a PhD in like elementary education, that's all they don't know shit about other shit necessarily. Like, they may, but they don't know shit about shit necessarily. They know about research for elementary education. If they have a PhD in like biomechanics, that does not mean that they understand psychology at all whatsoever. They could, and they could prove it by their words. But this whole thing, and I posted something the other day, like, the day of trusting your doctor should have been long the fuck over. Make your doctor explain shit to you in language you understand. And if they can't, that's not giving you informed consent. I'm hoping that's one of the things that RFK would bring back is actual informed consent, I
like benefit of the doubt, right? Like, if your doctor says something, give an opportunity to explain why that's the right move. And I had that, like, my doctor, he's like, I think every male over 40 should be on statins. I'm like, okay, explain. He's like, cool. And he started reciting studies. And I'm like, well, at least this guy researched the reason he's giving it. It's because most men my age, and I'm not saying I'm better than any men, but I'm saying I'm better than most. I'm better than 90.
If you're in your mid 30s, you work out and you try to eat right, you're better than 90% of the fucking population.
Yeah. So most men in their mid 40s they're going to die. Like, they have all their markers are raised. So by rule of thumb, if a dude comes in his 40s, my doctor's like, statistically speaking, a statin's going to help him live longer. And but not, and again, it's such a low minority of people who are actually physically fit that they're just going to blanket that across the population because America is so fat and sick. So I understand, but at least my doctor read the recent research, right? I was happy with that. And when I'm like, cool. So that's when I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give this a try. I read the studies. I read the morbidity. The one thing I didn't read is the side effects. And that was stupid because I got the worst muscle soreness. Oh my God. I was literally, I couldn't move. Statins cause you to be in tremendous pain. I thought I was very rare. So I asked a couple folks, my partner Chad's dad, he's on statins. He's like, yeah, dude, I could barely move. ever since I started statins, and he's a guy who needs statins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Overweight, elderly. He's a guy who probably can benefit from them. I'm not going to make that statin argument. I'm saying that if there's ever a population that can benefit from statins, it's that guy, right? But he has the same side effect. And then I read it's 10% of that side effect. 10% of people who take statins have that side effect, even the lower side effect statins like rosuvastatin. But it's underreported because most Americans are so fat and out of shape that their bodies always hurt. So they always think there's, so for them, you know, their pain went from a 90 to a 92. That's nothing. But if you're someone like me, who the only pain I have is a little bit of joint and muscle soreness from training really fucking hard, it was holy fuck. I mean, it was, I'm telling you, it was debilitating, and it took about 2 months to subside.
That's crazy. Cause I've never even thought about taking them just because like I'm a side effects first guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like
I am now.
Yeah. I mean, that's, and to me, it's like, that's like where we should start. Like most doctors don't even know this. Like they're not going to be able to memorize 10,000 drugs. Like let's be real, you know, like, and I just think that they should start there. The problem is what you're saying though. They can treat things with a blanket because it's the norm to have like 60% of the population is on at least one daily medication. Like 40% is on like, I think 2 or more, you know, and even 25% are on like in the upwards of 6+ a day, 25%. The average female in America starts on a daily pharmaceutical at the age of 14, you know, the average male at 17. Like when you have 25% of the youthful population diagnosed with a mental disorder, you know, like it's just a machine to just keep pumping out drugs. And we just got, I'm hoping that this year, because it's not even just RFK. I'm starting to see, as somebody that's been very integral in the fight against the fat acceptance community, I'm starting to see that they're kind of losing ground. People are calling them on their bullshit. And give me a second. Oh, hang on a second. Okay, but this is something I wanted to point out. This behemoth of a person is suing Lyft.
She has a front butt. I can't even tell the back from the front.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's wild.
So I got to ask you this, where my mind goes first. Can she clean down there? Because you have experience with this in your former life.
No, they can't.
So she probably has a really stanky vagina.
Oh, and the folds in between the skin and everything. Yeah, dude, it's bad. Like there's a thing called, and I highly suggest you don't look this stuff up, but there's a thing called necrotizing fasciitis of the skin folds for fat people. What normally happens is they get a bacterial infection inside the fold, and it starts eating away at the skin, right? And this person is suing Lyft because she called a Lyft, not a Lyft XL, but she called a Lyft and recorded the guy telling her should have gotten a Lyft XL and he can't get in there. She's actually suing Lyft. How did she expect to get in that door? I don't know. I mean, that's why I think it might have been a setup. This person was very upset with me. Woo chill. I mean, because I said she's built like the shit emoji, but I stand by my statement. I mean, your statement was factually correct. What I have a family member who's obese, morbidly obese, and I drive a extended Chevy Yukon, right? GMC Yukon, and that motherfucker barely fit in my car, and it's a Yukon. The thing is so wide, I can't reach my wife's hand to hold it while I'm driving. That's how wide this motherfucker is. Imagine her trying to go in a regular automobile. It doesn't matter how much she weighs. I don't know how tall she is, but like that is a ball of fat. That's not going to fit in a car. No, it's not going to fit through the door. Was he supposed to lube her up? I don't know. I really don't. He's worried about his suspension and stuff like that. My thing is like we've reached a stage of society where it's untetherable for us to possibly view stuff like that as like real world shit. Like she's like circus clown fat. Like, I mean, like from 50 years ago, she would only have a job in a circus, right? And now she could be like the checkout girl at Walmart, you know? She's probably on like multiple medications, all sorts of shit. We need to get past the fact that like we're coddling these people. You're like, she should pay for all of her healthcare expenses for chronic illness out of her own pocket. This is purposeful. Like, I mean,
you
like
can't get that. I will make a case for Ozempic for her.
Yes.
Anything. Like, I mean, honestly, at this point, she can fast. They've done this before. It was actually a fast, really famous social, fasted for a year straight and lived because he was so fat. She can literally stop eating and she'll be fine. And she'll be better than her eating right now. Her body has enough stored energy to sustain it for months. I mean, dude, if this was Survivor and they stopped feeding them, she would win the show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, I mean, months and months. I bet you, like, shit. So she's probably 200 pounds overweight, right? Minimum.
Yeah,
if not least. If not three. 300 pounds overweight. Very frankly, she could fucking not eat for a year.
Oh, yeah.
I don't suggest that to anybody, by the way. But because you need amino acids and stuff like that for your system, you know, but how we've gotten to this stage and people are like defending it. Like, oh my God, it's so discriminatory. Like what the fuck? Are you serious? How we've reached such a stage of clown world that this is why we need to get back to like normalcy, like some sort of like real world shit. Like people, that's ugly because of our biological imperative to prosper the species. Like nobody can look at that and like, and if you look at that, if you're a dude, by the way, and you'd hit that, please get a vasectomy.
I don't even know if it's possible to hit that. I don't know how it would physiologically, biomechanically work out to where you're able to penetrate that. I'm not that gifted. I mean, well, I'm just saying, I don't know how that would work.
It would require heavy machinery at some point. Like there'd have to be some sort of like crane or lift. And I'm not, I mean,
no, he's
I'm kind of serious, but like if you would hit that, like you don't have an attraction, you have a fetish, and it's a death fetish because she's dying. Like she's eating herself to death every single fucking day.
Is that necrophilia?
Oh, I bet you like feederism is a type of necrophilia. Yeah.
Oh, that's nasty. Well, I mean, that goes along with the necrotizing fascia. What was it?
Necrotizing fasciitis.
Necrotizing fasciitis. Got it. Yeah. I'm gonna mark that word down. No, I don't plan on it. I have to learn how. I have to look up how to spell it first, and then we'll be. Actually, I could pretty much spell it. But did you know I got second place in my 5th grade spelling bee?
I do now.
That's very critical to this conversation.
Crazy motherfucker.
I mean,
so what do you think is going to happen, bro? Who do you think they're going to try to? Because here's my thing. I don't think they're going to be able to get all 3 of them that are in the next 2 days. Not, like I don't think that they're going to be able to say no to Cash, Tulsi, and RFK. I don't think they'll be able to say no to all 3.
I think they'll all get in. I do, because I think the Republicans are going to vote party line. You're going to have the normal dissenters, and JD is going to probably have to break the tie. I think we're in the same exact vote as we just saw with what's his face, the guy who just got voted in. JD had to go break the tie. Yeah. So I think that it's going to be another tiebreaker. I think they're all going to be tiebreakers. I think the Republicans who voted for that guy, they're going to vote for these 3 people, and the 3 who dissent and the Republicans who dissented are not going to vote for them because that's what they do. And but apparently there's like a private vote for these,
which I don't agree with at all. Like, I mean,
nothing should be private.
Nothing.
It's a government of the people, by the people. Nothing should be private except for national defense things, right? Like if we're planning on bombing some shit for national security, right. Okay, if there's a secret operation to go pull illegal immigrants out of an apartment building, okay, don't publicize that. But if you're talking about who you're electing and what your votes are, votes should always be public, because remember, we elect these people to represent us. Senators and Congress people are representatives of their populations in their areas. So we should have full transparency of all votes. And the fact they want it to be private shows that they're afraid that we'll see how they voted.
I totally agree. They should, frankly, we should have a microphone in there. Like there should be a live feed of that room at all times, of every room. Like we pay for that shit, you know,
like NFL mic'd up, like when they put like a mic on Mahomes and you're hearing everything. Yeah, we need that. We hear all the good shit. I want to hear the shit talking. I want to hear everything, because Marjorie Taylor Greene. You know, a lot of them, they say they're all friends. I don't think Marjorie Taylor Greene is. I think she's just in there fucking wrecking house every single day. I think she just walks in there like, fuck, here's Marjorie again. You know? Jesus Christ. And she's just like a bull in a china shop. She's like, I don't like you. Like, that was a black woman accent. I'm sorry, it came out wrong. But that was supposed to be Southern white woman, but I totally fucked it up. Yeah, but I would like to see them all get through. I think the most critical is, I think Tulsi. I think she's a critical one, but I also think that right now, with the FBI and what they're doing to American citizens, and that needs to be redone. I think Kash Patel is extremely important. Obviously, health is extremely important. I'd hate to say this, but Tulsi is actually, in my opinion, they're all important. But if I'm to pick the one to give them, it's probably that one. Unfortunately, I'm a huge Tulsi fan, but I think getting the reins on the American government, literally unconstitutionally persecuting American citizens. We need Kash Patel in there to upend that. That's of vital importance, because that's what's going to prevent you and me, God forbid, we lose in 2028. That might give us some time to leave the country before they throw us in jail for what we say.
No shit.
Obviously, RFK, we need to make America healthy again. That's of vital importance, because if we're healthy, that fixes everything, because voting patterns are definitely correlated with health and nutrient intake and all that good stuff. That's one thing, but obviously America's sick, fat, and unhealthy. And if America was healthy, they would have never been able to do what they did in 2020. So that's being unhealthy is a national security risk. So that's huge. Tulsi is very important. Obviously a huge position, keeping us out of wars and this and that. But if I had to choose one, it would probably be that one, and that sucks, but it's close. It's close. I mean, it's so close, but fuck. I mean, this is just DC in action, man. They don't want what's right for the people. They don't want to. Why would there be a private vote?
Well, I mean, I believe it's because they know, like, the people that are pushing for it know that they have some Republicans that will vote against Republicans if given the chance in private, right? I think that they think they have this in the bag. I mean, shit, they just openly lie about RFK. Like, again, it's the conspiracy theorist thing. Like, he talks about vaccines. Well, vaccines are not healthy for you necessarily. Like, they do have very serious side effects. Like many of them.
Except for the ones that the CDC and WHO recommend, which are extremely safe and effective for everyone. YouTube. Super
we need to make it so. Another reason why RFK needs to get in is so we can stop doing that. You know what I mean? Like literally stop having to get.
I don't know. I kind of enjoy it. Not gonna lie. It's kind of like role playing in bed.
Huh. Okay. Mental reframing of it. I appreciate that. That's good.
Well, I mean, it's like. And honestly, it's kind of helped. We've been able to get away with a lot of shit.
Yeah, that's true. Also,
and no one believes us when we say it. Like no one believes us, and we say it so over the top. Everybody's like, "Dude, shut the fuck up."
Just stop it. Just stop it.
I mean, it's over the top. Yeah, I agree. I would love to be able to come out here and say what I really think, and you just can't. But again, like. We just have a crooked ass government. Have you seen what Doge is doing right now and what they caught?
No, what they catch?
Oh man, this is profound. So let me play this clip from our new press secretary. Trump knows how to pick him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Very handsome woman. Anyway, let me blow this up for you guys. Watch again.
Why close this pause with so little notice? Why not give?
Okay, let me see if I can make this. Is that as loud as it? Yep, that's as loud as it goes. All right, you guys ready? Here we go.
Why close this pause with so little notice? Why not give organizations more time to plan for the fact that they are about to lose, in some cases, really crucial federal funding?
There
at
was-
least for a period of time.
There was notice. It was the executive order that the president signed. There's also a freeze on hiring, as you know, a regulatory freeze, and there's also a freeze on foreign aid.
She's just like McEnany, where she has
Yeah.
everything lined up. And I want you to notice her presentation, right? Hair is done, not a lot of makeup, very natural looking woman. You have the cross, a very modest outfit. This is how it's done, kids. This is how it's done. She's expressing her messaging through her look. Right? It's wholesome, it's intelligent, it's organized. Unlike that, but those bumbling idiots we had for the last 4 years, like this is concise, and she comes with receipts.
And this is, again, incredibly important to ensure that this administration is taking into consideration how hard the American people are working. And their tax dollars actually matter to this administration. You know, just during this pause, Doge and OMB have actually found that there was $37 million that was about to go out the door to the World Health Organization.
Wow.
37 million. That's not a one-time payment, guys. That is a subscription fee.
Yeah.
Which is an organization, as you all know, that President Trump, with the swipe of his pen in that executive order, is no longer wants the United States to be a part of. So that wouldn't be in line with the president's agenda. Doge and OMB also found that there was about to be 50 million taxpayer dollars that went out the door to fund condoms in Gaza. That is a preposterous waste of taxpayer money. So that's what this pause is focused on, being good stewards.
I have questions.
They use them as balloons to deliver payload and stuff, I think.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you can put like chemical in them, or you can put gasoline in them. Like you can lob a Molotov cocktail. I don't think that they're going to be having, millions of fucking condoms. Like
Alan, goats can't get pregnant, bro.
Oh. Oh my. Jesus. Wow. So we haven't had a death threat in a little while, so we might as well just go for it.
Well, that comes from, okay, so I was talking to a guy at the gym who actually served in the Middle East, and he told me some stories today. And that it's been confirmed by multiple sources that happens in some of those places. And so, first of all, how many condoms can you buy with 50? How much I haven't bought condoms in a minute, guys.
I'd imagine in bulk. Imagine in bulk, you could get them for 25 cents a condom. So
you think?
Yeah.
How much well, we're just gonna have to ask Google this.
Yeah.
How much do condoms cost? I can't fucking type, man. How much do where can I buy condoms and how much will they cost?
Nice.
Oh, Planned Parenthood, of course. Okay, we're gonna a box of 3, it's about $2 to $6. Oh, so usually less than $1. So, dude, that's literally, so even with a price break, that is millions of condoms, bro. That's a lot of fucking. How many people are in Gaza? Like, let's put this in perspective. How much sex would have to be had? How many people?
I'd imagine a lot
are in Gaza. So let's say that buys you, let's say 30 million condoms. There is 2.142 million people. Let's assume that half of those are having sex. So 1 million. So that's literally 1 million people. We assume they all wear condoms. That's 30 sessions of intercourse for 1 million people.
Well,
That's a lot of fucking, man.
that's a lot. I mean a lot.
I mean, that's every day for a month.
Yeah.
So the average married couple is very, very depressing. Like how often they have sex. Like, have you looked that up lately? It's not really
No.
high. We're gonna have to look it up. I mean, so let's say you're American. How average times married? Oh, average times married couples have intercourse around once a week. So that would literally last you 3/4 of the year as a married couple. Fascinating.
Yeah, hang on. So I'm asking.
lot of
I'm asking an AI.
Chat action.
Yeah. How many? What was the dollar figure?
So it came out. So it's $50 million, and you're looking at $1 per condom in store. So I'm guessing 25 cents would be the bulk discount.
And
oh Lord.
100 between 100 million to 500 million condoms.
Wow.
That's a lot of fucking condoms.
I want to know who came up with the 50 million number. It's like, why don't we give them like 10 million for condoms? And there was someone in the room who's like, let's go 50. Go big or go home, guys. Like, go big or go home.
Who signed the approval on that? Like, I mean,
Biden's
that's
Biden's people, bro. Like, they were like, let's rock this, man. Let's go. If you're gonna go big on the condoms. That they're literally, now you should look at that as racism. They're trying to prevent these Middle Easterners from having babies.
Oh shit, that's a good point.
Yeah,
that's a good point. I hadn't even thought about that. Yeah,
little half goat babies.
little, Jesus,
little fucking chupacabras running around.
Chupacabra. Oh my
Remember
God.
Chupacabra, man? I was in California. I was a kid. I was scared shitless because it was believable. It's like, yeah, this little fucking this goat eater just comes out like, ah. And they had drawings of the Chupacabra. Do you remember the Chupacabra?
Yes.
That was wild. But imagine living in California where apparently it lived. It means goat sucker in Spain.
Yeah.
Oh my God, these images are frightening.
Dude, don't. No.
No, we're pulling up the Chupacabra. This is a frightening image. Oh, don't tell me I have to subscribe. Oh no, I get enough of it in here. The Chupacabra was legit. If you're old enough to remember the Chupacabra, you truly lived life.
Oh my God.
That shit scared me. It kept me up at night, man. Because I was in Cali and all the Mexicans were scared shitless because they believed it, man. And I was literally like in Mexican area and there I'm like, shit, man, maybe they're right about this. Like, what if this thing is real?
It looks like a cat bat. A bald cat bat.
There's other depictions of this here Chupacabra. Like, I don't know if we ever truly understood like what this thing is supposed to look like, but there are other Chupacabra images. I mean, there's a few of them that are just even scarier than that. Like, Chupacabra was a thing. This one.
Where did it come from?
I think it was it was Mexican, right? It was like a Chupacabra like thing.
Huh.
Yeah, it was the real deal, man. It was a scary situation. Like, I was literally scared. There's a Chupacabra right there. Apparently,
So this is a real fucking thing.
no, it's a made up thing.
Okay.
I believe. I mean, that guy drew it, but yeah, it's a thing.
Ugh. People are fucking crazy.
Man, it was, dude, I was scared shitless, bro.
So, speaking of things that are heinously ugly on camera, have you seen this?
No, I have not. Oh, Selena, I actually have not seen the video. I've just seen the reactions to it.
Yeah. This is, for those of you that don't know, this is Selena Gomez. She's a billionaire. And she's a billionaire from pretending to be other people and act and cry on cue, by the way.
Billion or million?
She's a billionaire.
Fuck.
But also, just for those that want reference, she's 50% Italian, 50% Mexican. She's third generation in here. So just it's not
If
like
she's
it's not
worth
like,
50, if she's worth billions or a billion, what is up with her window treatment? That is not a billionaire's window. Like my window
I don't
treatments
know.
are nicer. I'm not a billionaire. I'm not even close.
Give me 1 second. How much money is Selena Gomez worth? As of 2023, she was worth $800 million to $1 billion.
All right. Well, I mean, the window treatment, Selena, come on.
What the
I
fuck?
like the budgeting, but splurge a little.
Yeah, seriously. So I just want to like everybody to literally watch how she keeps looking at the camera. This is one of my biggest pet peeves. Like you're having an emotional moment. So of course, whip out your phone and check the lighting, of course. So here we go.
I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children.
Her people.
They don't understand. I'm so
you're stupid.
sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't
You're a
know
billionaire.
what
Yes, you
to
can.
do. I'll try everything, I promise.
Where
So
did
she's
she
deleted-
think? Yeah, she
Go ahead.
deleted it. Where does she think this is going to go when she does this? Does she think that she's not going to get clowned on? Like, does she think that? And also, like, if being Latin is so bad, like, why is she writing that, not the Italian side? I understand the disappointment in the loss of 2 straight world wars, but
Yeah.
for shit's sakes, like, you're not like. I guess there's some lineage, but your people, your people are like Elon Musk and shit, bitch. You're rich as fuck.
Yeah.
Like you are fucking rich. Like you're so rich that rich people think you're too rich. You're the people Bernie Sanders wants to tax.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
how rich you are.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think it's because like for so long, celebrities were treated like royalty in America, And I
Yeah.
believe that that's been completely fractured and they just don't realize it, right? I believe it's been completely like they're still like lost in this. Like, what do you mean people are upset with me? Like, dude, like, Diddy, look at how openly in people's face Diddy was operating for fucking years. They were untouchable, all of them. You know what I mean? Like, the mainstream protected them, the government protected them, and now all of a sudden that's fractured, and that's why all of a sudden she tests the waters. Like you film yourself crying, which you cry on cue. I counted 4 times that she looked directly into the camera to make sure like she's checking how she looks, and to me, this is a perfect example of how performative these people have gotten and why we should just not pay them attention anymore. Like we pay you to pretend to be other fucking people. Like that's why we like you. You pretending to be somebody else. I couldn't give a fuck less what your thoughts are on other shit. I really couldn't.
Yeah, it was funny as shit though, and she really got a shitstorm going for her. And I think, but America's changed where people we don't care. Like, you know what, Margaret? I don't care. I don't care, Margaret.
Yeah,
I mean,
Margaret,
dude, JD Vance was all of us right there.
Yeah.
He was all of us. He literally said exactly. We don't. Oh well, this and it's like no, we don't care. We just don't fucking care. We don't care.
Yeah,
It's
like
past the point of caring.
It's this thing where it's like I don't understand why, like in society, we don't prop up the people that they're like the real heroes of society. Instead, we elevate famous people, like people, the entertainment, like we elevate them to this status of like they're super special and we should listen to every word they say. When most of the time, half these people suck the dick to fucking get their parts. Most of these people did unscrupulous shit to get where they're at. And I'm sure I already can hear the people be like, oh, not everybody in Hollywood. Between Weinstein and Epstein and all the other things that are going on in Hollywood, it's not like, almost anybody can be considered like,
all the other
Wholesome.
Steens.
All the other Steens. I almost said it too, but then I was like, oh shit.
Nah, you can. You got the pass. Hey, speaking of Hollywood and people being fucking retarded, imagine a Captain America who doesn't like America.
Oh God.
There was one meme that said it's like Captain America except black and communist. I thought it was hilarious. Let me pull this up. And sorry about this is all I could find on the video, so we're just gonna have to deal with micro Captain America here. But it's fascinating because Captain America is my favorite Avenger, and obviously this isn't what I was expecting.
For me, Captain America represents a lot of different things, and I don't think the
captions are in Spanish. Deal with it.
term, America should be one of those representations.
So Captain America means a lot of things. Here's a guy who was a kid who was bullied, who wanted nothing but to fight for his country, who did whatever it took, who partook in an experimental technology, an injection that actually did what it's supposed to do, and got huge jacked and spent the rest of his life fighting for his country and for humanity. So yeah, that's totally not about fucking America. His name he had a shield with a fucking American flag depiction on it with a star, red, white, and blue.
It's about a man who keeps his word, who has honor.
Oh, a man who keeps his word that he's going to defend America.
Yeah. And what?
Dignity and integrity. Someone who is trustworthy and dependable. It's kind of, this is kind of like an aspect of a dream coming true. When I was a kid, all of us as actors, I believe, want to get back to that day before someone told you no. When you look out your door and you see a 5-year-old kid with a stick and he's slaying dragons to save the princess in the tower, that kid really believes there are dragons out there. That stick is really a sword and he's really trying to save that princess. And then one day somebody told him, no, there are no dragons. That's not a sword. And that princess is not there. And all of his little dreams were dashed. So, as an actor, I feel like our job is to get back to the day where we see that dragon and we slay that dragon to save that princess. And that's kind of what this movie was for me.
So do you think maybe it was taken out of context? Like he just wanted to say it's more about a personality thing? Or do you think he really hates America? I mean, Captain America, his name is literally America.
I'm hoping that it's taken out of context. I am, because for fuck's sake, I love comic books, and I just can't believe that they're fucking with me so bad.
Well,
but
they've already Marvel's kind of jumped the shark a few times.
Oh yeah. Oh, like we were talking about yesterday, the fucking Thor movie, the Thor: Love and Thunder. Jesus fucking Christ!
They made him fat, and they didn't make him lean again. Give that motherfucker Ozempic or something. I mean, geez, I couldn't deal with a whole movie of a fat fucking Thor.
What a missed opportunity to sell Ozempic. It got the Thunder God, lean. For real, what a missed opportunity.
It's absolutely astounding. Oh my God, dude, this White House press secretary. I mean, she might be my new Carrie Underwood, but no, I don't think anybody will ever be my new Carrie Underwood. But I mean, she is phenomenal. She's saying the shit that we say, except to a much larger crowd, really, really much, much larger. This is crazy.
3,500 arrests ICE has made so far since President Trump came back into office. Can you just tell us the number? How many have a criminal record versus those who are just in the country illegally?
All of them, because they illegally broke our nation's laws and therefore they are criminals as far as this administration goes. I know the last time it that way, so it's a big culture shift in our nation to view someone who breaks our immigration as a criminal. That's exactly what they are.
Jackie, one of the worst first. They all have a criminal record.
And welcome to the
If they broke our nation's laws, yes, they are criminal. Yes.
Thank you. On
Yes.
She says it with a gorgeous smile. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I'm in love. I'm in love. She's literally saying the words that are in our brain.
Yeah.
And we've been, how many times have you said this on this show? We're 191 episodes. I guarantee there was at least 80 episodes with that exact fucking line in it.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh my God.
they're criminals. It's in the name. They're illegal aliens. They're illegal immigrants. They're here illegally. They broke federal law to get here. It is enough. It is like, pretending that they are not criminals is like pretending that a burglar that comes into your house and stays is not breaking the fucking law. I mean, it's so wild to me,
Oh
But-
my God. This is great, bro. This one is good. So let's go back to the first story.
Okay.
The female rapper who was mad that she couldn't get, bro, bitch couldn't even fit in the tailgate of an SUV.
I remember this. So it's times like this when I'm first of all very thankful because technology is getting seriously advanced, but I am fucking super happy that they don't have smell-o-vision yet. Like just immense, like super.
Look at her
fucking happy.
shoes. Look at her ankles, her cankles falling over the shoes. The head was good. I want to know. Okay, I just, this is where my mind goes. So to give head, you have to shoulder press it up and then like go hands free. I mean,
Go hands free. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Oh.
sometimes I get a little creative and I go hands free, but the hands just had a delicate touch. I want to hear the rest of this song.
I want to know two things. I want to know what kind of car that is because the suspension, goddamn. And what the fuck is the material that her fucking yoga pants are made from? Because that shit should fucking be used as like safety blankets and shit like that.
That's the new fucking black box in planes, bro. Like,
No shit.
dude, look at how low that car is. And that dog is pulling the leash. Like, if this bitch steps on me, it's over.
She shouldn't have a dog, period, get alone a dog that small because she could trip and fall and that thing's going to end up flat.
Here we go. My pussy respond different. Yeah, you can't find it. Like, is she really singing vagina songs?
Yes.
Like her vagina, guys, I'm just being real. Her vagina is not a place you want to be.
Why would you stop it right here with the dog and shit like that, bro?
I didn't even notice the dog sniffing it. Dog's like, dog's like, is that bacon? Dog's like, what the fuck is that smell? Dogs will eat anything, bro.
Oh my God.
If you thought I liked it, a pussy a crime. If you fucking on these niggas on big ass, they been trash.
Yeah.
They never like it, now be walking on the same.
Yeah.
6 chains on the stick, on the same shit. So quick change, fucking rapping niggas play some.
Oh, poor dog. He's like, what the fuck was that?
Oh God. Oh
What
my
is
God.
he? The dog smelled bacon, bro. Oh my God.
So bad, dude. So bad. I'm told pretty much daily that I should be nicer to people her size. And I always respond, I'll be nicer to her when she's nicer to herself.
It's a good comeback. Legit. That is crazy. She's singing about vagina.
Yeah.
That is crazy. That is
It's
wild.
Super crazy. It's super crazy.
That was disturbing. That is a disturbing image that I just
It really
saw.
is, man.
I mean, wow. She might be one of the more obese individuals I've ever seen. Like that's my 600-pound life shit.
Oh yeah, easy.
I'm not even
And-
sure. Can she even walk? I mean,
She waddles very, very poorly. There's a video of her on Fox News talking about her lawsuit, and it's just the stark difference between like her and like the normal sized woman next to her, and the difference in their walking gait. That's why you hear the argument all the time. Well, you don't know if a person's unhealthy by looking at them. Like, first of all, it's the stupidest fucking thing to say ever. If you're 400 fucking pounds, you're not healthy. I don't even give a shit if you're super tall. 400 pounds, you're not 9 feet tall. You're not.
yeah, that'd be like 9 or 10 feet tall. Did you see that Trump He banned transgender conversion for youth. Basically, both what is that called? The pills, which they say is reversible. So what is that called? Puberty blockers. Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah.
So
They're not
puberty
reversible,
blockers. Nothing's reversible. You can't stop hormonal development without negative side effects. You just can't.
It's the same chemical they use to chemically castrate pedophiles.
But they keep telling people it's reversible, and it's not. It's not reversible. It's gonna fuck you up bad. I mean, badly. But this is so Trump banned by executive order gender transition, both puberty blockers and the surgery in all 50 states. Democrats like, whatever in the states' rights. I'm like, I don't know. Y'all tell me. You guys were stomping on them bitches left and right. So here's a video by End Wokeness. Here's what he banned in 50 states. I haven't seen this video.
Dr. Olson had a decision.
You are in the perfect place to start on blockers.
This woman should be persecuted to the fullest extent of the law. And when I say that, I mean the fullest extent. The same penalty you get for treason. Look that one up.
Yep.
And she promises to begin
Of course, it's a white liberal.
giving her estrogen, female hormones, in 2 years.
Around 13. That's what I think.
I hate to bring this up. She looks kind of Jewish.
But
I think they were right. I think they were right about my people, man.
So when you were 13, how rational were you?
13?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bro, I had anger issues. Like I was getting in fights every hour. Not every day, but like every hour. I was unstable as fuck.
I don't think people understand how, like, for some, like, for people like us to have like ADHD, like we really have ADHD. A lot of people claim they do, but like we really have ADHD.
I also had such a fucked up
situation.
I was
home
alone.
Situation. Yeah.
Yeah. At 13, I was basically alone most of the time, like figuring shit out. And, you know, I mean, so mine was atypical, but yeah, I would say that, you know, my son at 12, he's a rational kid, but he has rational parents. Where this woman right here is, look at her eyes. She's an evil groomer. Look at her eyes. You can see the evil. Those are satanic demon eyes.
Yep.
So imagine if Preston wasn't raised by rational, decent human beings, he would have a fucked up line of thinking. Like this poor girl. That's look at the eye. Just look at the eyes real quick. Let me dissect this. The mom looks evil. Like, I'm going to force this bitch to do it. And that poor child, that's fear.
Yeah.
That's fear.
That is absolutely objectively fear in that child's face.
You could tell everything. The eyes tell you a lot about people. And that's why I always tell my kids, when you shake hands, look the person in the eye. Because they can tell you're a good person if you look them in the eye.
Yes, you're not going to develop breast buds on the blockers, but you're not going to wait until 16 to start. You know that, okay?
No, you got to start now.
Oh my God.
Because, yeah.
Josie received the blockers as an implant in her arm.
It's okay if you cry.
So with all the bravery she could.
Everybody in that room.
Yeah.
I can't say on YouTube what I think should happen to them. Everybody in that room. Everybody in that room should have what I can't say should happen to them, happen to them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to the most
excruciating
extent.
Goddamn people.
To the most excruciating extent it can happen.
Good muster. You're going to feel a little bit of a. Josie held.
Okay, that shit doesn't hurt that bad. That's emotional. That kid does not want that.
No.
On tight. As another chapter opened in this young girl's life.
Yeah, more likely commit suicide. Oh my God, poor child.
No shit.
It doesn't hurt that bad. That's not physical pain, guys.
No.
That kid does not want to do this.
Mm-mm.
A lot of times it strikes me
that you're a horrible fucking animal, that you should be fucking.
Look at the eyes. Look at the evil. You can see the evil just emanating from her eyes.
Had this happened just 20 years ago,
Thank you.
I wouldn't have been able to give her blockers,
And that's a good thing, bitch.
she would have had to go through male puberty. That terrifies me. It's all done. Do you want to
Terrifies you? What about her?
She would have.
Puberty would have corrected all of it.
Yep.
Puberty would have corrected it. That testosterone hits. All of a sudden, chicks are hot. You're like, I don't want to be a chick. I want to go out with chicks. Oh my goodness, dude. That's so sad.
Yep.
I mean, I want to follow that person, and I guarantee it's not going well.
No, that's the worst part. Worst part about it. Like, if you follow some of these, like Bucky, Buck Angel, and Blair, like Buck runs a Discord for detransitioning teens, like like early or younger people, like 20s and teens. It's like 25,000, like 25,000 people detransitioning from this shit. They don't ever fucking talk about it, you know? I mean, they don't ever talk about that shit. It's wild. Absolutely wild.
Man, that woman, that's child abuse, dude. Like that is such a horrible form of child abuse.
I completely agree.
Oh my goodness.
So let's find one more thing positive to not end it on that today. So
that's just gonna set my whole day in the wrong direction tomorrow if I end on that, right?
Right.
We can't end on that.
Let me try to find something here.
Oh, I thought you had something.
No. I'm trying to find something. I'll find
There's
anything.
just so much going on.
That's the thing, man. There's just so much craziness. This is a good one. I like this. So if you read it, this is plane carrying illegal aliens lands in Colombia because Trump forced them to. From the U.S., some of the illegals who were deported warn others to not go to the U.S. because they're deporting everyone and they sent the military to the border.
Wow, that's a win. He doesn't even have to worry about, like, they're doing his work for him.
Yeah.
So Colombia is, from all accounts, like not a bad place.
No, I have clients there.
I mean, Americans, expats are moving there.
And it's inexpensive to I mean, they got modern it's not like it's a third world fucking. I mean, I'm sure like many people consider it third world, but it's not. Like they have modern conveniences, you know, like just about anywhere else.
America's really good though. Like America's
really good. Yeah, really, really good.
I mean, but yeah, you got to get in fucking line.
Exactly.
I mean, okay, we'll make an exception for the extremely hot chicks, but other than like 8 and above, like you just got to wait in line.
And like, do you think we should increase the amount of people that we let in, like through those means, or, you know?
You mean legally or just attracting?
Legally. Like, because there was that whole debate. Neither me and you got into it, but like the whole H-1B visas or whatever.
That's kind of beyond my scope.
Yeah,
I'm not as well. So what I understand is, like, I saw a lot of examples of people just looking for cheaper labor through that. Some companies exploiting the process. Yeah. But I think what Elon Musk and, Ramaswamy were talking about were like really smart people who can benefit American companies.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure, because my thought, like Ravenwood High School had 24 valedictorians last year. You're telling me we don't have that talent already in this country?
Right.
Like, I'm torn, but also I want the best and brightest in America. But at the same time, I think we have the best and brightest in America. Like, we had 24 valedictorians at one high school. That means these kids were like above a 4.0, perfect ACT scores, Can't get higher than 36.
No.
So my question is, like, how fucking smart are these people where we can't compete? We have 350 fucking million people. We got 24 valedictorians at one random high school in Brentwood, Tennessee. I think we have the talent here. I think we just need to work on, instead of importing people, what if we had a mentorship program? Or what if we opened up to more internships? For example, at like, my daughter's going to college. She got a good internship coming up this summer, really good one. but they don't normally give internships to freshmen. So we have these kids going to these elite universities like Kelly School of Business and master's programs and all these schools, Michigan, where kids are going and they're telling them, we're not giving internships out till you're a sophomore. We're not giving it to freshmen. And even then, it's the upperclassmen who gets the best internships. What if we developed these assets? What if these companies said, all right, you know what? We like you. We interviewed a bunch of people. You're the one for the job. And you know what? We're going to pay you well as an intern, but in turn, here's what we can expect from you. And at the end of this, we're going to make you an offer and we're going to develop you into this company. We're going to teach you the ins and outs. We're going to teach you how to code, everything you need for this job. So importing someone, look, man, this is my opinion. I'm not going to stick to it. This can change. It's malleable. This is the first time I've really given it thought. What they're trying to do is get high talent workers for less money than the high talent workers in America. Because in coding in India, like you get a job done that would cost you $30,000 in America for $600. So if they move here and they're getting $10,000 instead of $600, it's a win, right? Whereas the American, they're like, I got all these skills. It's going to cost you $30K. I'm just throwing out a random number. I know it's more or less than I don't know. So my thought is, why aren't we developing the talent at home? Why do we have more university students than ever? We have more people in higher education. We have so many people in the STEMs. We have so many brilliant marketing minds, so many brilliant business minds. I think all of those positions, you could literally, I kid you not, I've met these kids. They're fucking brilliant. Go to Kelly School of Business. I've met a lot of kids there. And you can literally drive every fucking company with these kids from one fucking university. Like how many companies are doing that level of work? You go to one elite university, say, fuck your, we don't care about your master's degree. Get your 4-year, you've already gotten in. Like to get into Kelly, it's like, it's a 10% direct admission rate. And then you have to keep up a certain GPA or they kick you out. You're telling me that those people aren't as good as Indians or Pakistanis or Chinese or Italians? What I'm saying is, instead of importing workers, what if we made those educations that everybody told our kids they need to get? What if we actually incentivize them to get those educations because they'll get high paying jobs and we stop importing those high end workers? And again, this is me thinking out loud. I don't want you to take this as, I don't want Elon to kick me off of Twitter like he did everybody else or demonetize me for saying this. Yeah. This is me just thinking out loud and being against it. Me being for it is simply saying we want the best and brightest. Yeah. But the counter argument is we already have the best and brightest. We're fucking America.
Right.
Like, and fuck that.
That's where that's what I totally agree with. Like, my thing is, you know, I think that, like, if you're a brilliant person and you just want to live in America, you should show us your worth, right? But for us to actively seek out other talent, you know, to me, that's, you know, and then come up with a visa for them. That's where it gets to be a little bit like, that's not really America first to me, you know, like, because it's not putting Americans first. Like, and if we can't create the type of people they're looking for, we should look to why and fix that issue instead of just like expanding the bringing more people in for those talents. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe that if a person goes through the proper vetting process and everything like that, they should be, I'm all for legal immigration, 100%. But to state that we need to do it because we need certain talent, why don't we have that talent here? Like it raises a question that we haven't answered. And I hope within the next four years, we get to even think about answering it, you know?
Yeah, I truly, you know, again, playing devil's advocate. And also this might be what I think. I haven't given enough thought, to be honest with you. I get in enough fucking arguments that I don't have time for on X that I didn't feel like getting in this one because I didn't think it through. Mm-hmm. But now that I think about it, I'm sending my daughter to a university that's too fucking expensive to get these and have her compete against not only her fellow Americans who are extremely intelligent, but also against an Indian or an Italian or whatever fucking country I don't know where the fuck they're coming from. But like, let's say Indian, because that seems what people are saying. Like, that doesn't seem fair because that Indian just to get to America will take less wages.
Mhm.
And my daughter's going to be like, here's my skill set. I want 175K a year. I have 4 years, but that Indian guy is going to be like, 80 sounds great.
Yeah.
Fucking crush it. So I mean,
true.
my initial thought, fuck H1Bs. Fuck them.
Well,
There's
it's
plenty
also,
of talent here.
and it's also the same thing where like basically illegal immigrant labor drives down the actual average wage. Like that's what people. It's wild that the Democrats aren't for people leaving because they drive down the wage. Barack Obama like deported like 4 million fucking people, and it was because they claimed that Republicans were the big business Republicans were using them as basically slave labor, and they wanted to raise the minimum wage, but they couldn't because they would just hire these people, you know? So it's like this weird thing, you know?
It's a big club and we're not in it, but it's flipped. Now the Republicans, Trump has turned the Republican Party into the populist party, the party of the working class. And I do think there was a transition. I do think that the Republicans, maybe they used to be big business. Maybe they used to be about that, but we're no longer Republicans, dude. We're MAGA. And if you don't like MAGA, I got 2 words for you. Suck it.
That's right. And on that note, we will be back tomorrow evening.
We shall be back tomorrow evening with a whole slew of, and we should know about RFK tomorrow.
Oh my God. Woo. So it's going to be spicy one way or the other.
It's going to be a banger. And we'll be very happy, or we will be doing what the name says, and that is ranting.
Fuck yeah. And thank you, sir, very much. I hope you have a great evening. I'll text you in probably 5 minutes.
Likewise, sir. You have a great night. And guys, go to ambrosiacollective.com. We have a month-long sale. It ends in 2 days. And that is, we are giving up to 50% off these curated stacks for whatever your goal is, which is weight gain, weight loss, or general health. That's going on. We also have 15% off site-wide. You can use coupon code Evening Rants as well. Also, if you go to tigerfitness.com, you can use coupon code Evening Rants. You can also get 10% off the entire site.
Hell yeah. And here is a little ad by a person who's a lot better looking at both of us to help talk you through it.
Absolutely.
The Holy Trinity Bundle isn't just about weight loss. It's about empowering you to find your healthiest, happiest self. Let's talk about what's in the bundle and how it caters specifically to our needs. First, we got Ember, which is not just any fat burner. It's also going to boost your mood, your energy levels, while also suppressing your appetite. And if you're worried about it being too strong, you can split the tablet in half to tailor its impact. Next, we have Alchemy NCT, which turns the carbs that you eat into energy and not fat. Yes, energy, not fat. This is our way of making sure that the meals that you eat contribute positively to your weight loss journey. And girls, we all know that we want that. And finally, no morbidity. This one's my favorite because it works while you sleep. It burns fat and controls those nighttime cravings without any stimulants, so you wake up feeling refreshed. Try it out and feel the genuine difference. Here's to new beginnings and real results.